Hi, this is Tormod. Hello. I want to talk about surveillance and how I think that surveillance can be turned into a cool thing for everybody. Because when I drive my car, and I drive my car with my iPhone connected to my computer stereo in the car, and I play Spotify, and I have the car drive, and I have listen to Spotify while I'm driving, and the GPS is on. It's showing where I am. If I need to map direction, I need to stop, use map direction, and find out where I am and eventually where I'm going. This is all registered through online on the sky, and all this registration is just information floating out there. And the awareness of the information that I'm driving from A to B, maybe stopping somewhere, and this tracking of my car driving some kilometers, some miles, who on earth would ever want to benefit from that? I mean, there's not like the CIA or KGB or MI16 or why should they bother about where I drive a Friday afternoon or a Tuesday evening? What should that be interesting to anybody, really? Because it could be interesting for people who are selling gas, people who are selling gasoline, people who are selling clothes, people who have, whatever interest I have in driving my car to the city that day. That would be the interest of that company. That can have that type of accessory, that type of product that I would need, that I would want to desire. So when I sit at home in front of my Google, I sit Google screen, and I type in hemp clothing, hemp shirt. I want a hemp shirt made of hemp. Now, unless the producers of that hemp material are informed that there is a demand for hemp clothing online, or where I am in Norway, or at that I want the hemp clothing, unless they are informed that this was Googled, this question was Googled, they probably won't be able to supply me with that demand of mine. And friction is caused, and thoughts occur, and paranoia occur, all sorts of things goes on inside me, because I think that someone is tracking me, but I don't want them to know who I am, and all sort of secrecy bullshit. It was just last year, really. So what I'm trying to say here is that the information that I have about the products that I want, if I want grapes or a car or a shirt or pencil or canvases, whatever I want and desire, and what I want. If the companies that are delivering these specific products through information, through letters, numbers, online, are informed that, well, now there's a lot of Googling about toothpaste that are not polluting the oceans or something like that, then these type of questions would be given to the kind of producers of this kind. If the distribution of the questions on Google were given to the right companies, the way that people can be informed that, well, we need more dental paste that is not hurting the oceans or harming the fish, like with the fluorine and everything that's into the ordinary toothpaste. And what I'm trying to say is that surveillance and microchipping and GPS tracking, all this secretive stuff that everybody thinks this is, all FBI and CIA and KGB and military and secrecy, it don't need to be military and secrecy. It can be for everybody. If we make politics out of this and say that we all need these kinds of directions and usage methods online, so that people that are sitting in United States or Mexico or in China, Japan, making that specific product, that product is delivered to my awareness, or that my question about this product. How about snowboards? I want a cool snowboard. Producers of those snowboards in Italy or in Switzerland or in Canada can then be informed that now there's a supply, there's a demand for snowboards that are having this or that logo, or having this or that ability or flexibility or possibility. So they can always know what is the demand of the market, and by that chance they can make the best product delivered to us online or and offline. So surveillance can be turned into a cool thing if we let it. I mean, we don't have to have the old paranoia of that intelligence agencies are ruining life for everybody. I mean, that can be bygones. That can be bygones. We can leave that stuff behind gradually, step by step. Taking charge of our lives again, taking charge of our supply and demand, sort of. So that we can get the coolest snowboard, so we can get the coolest shirt, the best toothpaste, you name it. So this is a really interesting. I just popped up in me today that we need to be not so paranoid about this surveillance and tracking and microchipping of whatever, and tracking, GPS tracking, and how people register. When I use my Visa card in a gas station or in a clothing store, in a food grocery store, that is registered, and I bought this and that and that and that. So what if other people know that I bought sausages and corn dogs or whatever I bought? Who gives a crap if somebody knows that apart from me? I mean, people can see me in the supermarket buying this stuff anyways. So surveillance can be turned into a cool thing if we investigate this and learn about how surveillance and the online world can be a cool thing. So investigate this, find out how tracking, online tracking and online life could be a cool thing and be supportive for everybody within the measures of supply and demand. I mean, if nobody is informed that I want a type of shoe that they only make in some places, and that this Australian or this South African or this Brazilian company, oh, we have those shoes, but I mean, the communication, there's a lack of communication here, and there's a break of communication here, and that break of communication is a paranoia. It is fear of Big Brother and George Orwell and Animal Farm in 1984, but we don't have to have it like that. We can leave all this behind. That fear is ages old, and it doesn't really exist. It's really just an illusion. So investigate this. Find out how the usage of your Visa card online or in gas stations or in the supermarket can be as a cool and supportive thing for you to work out your budget, your own schedules, to more efficient schedule and more efficient life, really. And also surveillance can be a cool thing. It's just letters and numbers. It's just like letters, blah 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 blah, letters and numbers, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 numbers. That's all it is, and it's business. It's big business. And yes, we have to stop. And yes, we have to stop corruption. And yes, we have to stop wars and warmongering and weapons. And by taking surveillance to us and embracing it, sort of, making it cool, we are stopping warmongering. We are stopping war makers. We are actually preventing insane and evil stuff to happen, like with war and shit like that. War, murder and rape and all that evil stuff that goes on within people's minds, programming. Yeah, so get real. It's just numbers and letters. There's nothing to hide. We have to get over this, what should I call it, this fear, paranoia, surveillance. It can be a cool thing. I mean, even microchipping in hands, I'm not afraid of that. If that can be cool and supportive, I wouldn't go on with, and someone can blow me up into pieces, and someone can look wherever I am, so what? It can be a cool thing. It's got the potential to be a cool thing for everybody, supportive for everybody. So, investigate this, write down some words, something with your opinion, and check out the Living Income Guaranteed. Livingincome.me. Livingincome.me. Check it out for what is best for all solution. Money for everybody. Everybody needs money. So, and have a nice day. Thank you.